What's up, guys? This is the Guitar Gent coming at you with a brand new reaction video, and you knew it. You knew that we were going to come back to this band, guys. We're going to take a second look at Nightwish with the song Romanticide. Now, that first song, Ghost Love Score, that we listened to together was just phenomenal. Of course, there is that very clear element, mind-blowing element that is, of course, the main singer. Her voice is just something else. The way that she sings, but especially the power and the control, it's just phenomenal. And you guys, of course, let me know in the comments, and you help me out, and let's say gave me a little bit of history, her background and everything, which makes a lot of sense. Her background, is a bit more classically trained than the average singer that you find on a rock band or on a metal band. But her range, honestly, on that song alone, that range was something else. It was so impressive. But again, that song went way beyond that. The whole composition and the whole arrangements and the choices that the whole band made were just beautiful. So again, the song that we're going to listen to together is called Romanticide. It's still from that concert, I believe. It's the official live video. Should be, again, still from that Wacken concert. I hope it is, because that was just phenomenal. And also when it comes to the mixing and the recording of the live performance as well, capturing all the little nuances that I love to hear. So guys, without further ado, let's get this started. It's a much shorter song than the other one. Very curious to know in which direction they're going to take this stylistically. Let's go. Nightwish, Romanticide. Oh. Already much more. Oh, Jesus. Those vocals already. The riff is much more aggressive. Almost trashy. Loving the pads in the background as well, like the chorus pads. Oh, it's also a very rhythmic vocal melody. Jesus. The power in her voice. Love how she brought in a little bit of grit as well. Ah, listen to that. Oh, such a moody section. I guess it's the pre-chorus or the chorus. Very strong backing vocals as well. Ah. Chunky. So interesting. I explain what you mean, guys, later on, but it's such an interesting choice. Oh, beautiful solo. Oh, the whammy.
Romance
Oh my god! Both of them, Jesus Christ! So many sections for a song that's like 5 minutes long as well. Lovely. Nice. Double bass. He's a great singer as well. Jesus. Oh my god! Are you? Jesus Christ! Oh my god, that last section, guys, it was so aggressive. You have that very even stronger, I want to say, than the first one, in the influences when it comes to, you know, thrash speed metal with the drumming as well, and then that vocal line that they both did going high, like, oh my god, I don't even know if there is a note on the piano to to get to that. Jesus Christ. Wow. There are a couple of things that I want to touch upon. The first one being, of course, the one that I hinted during the reaction. I said that it was very interesting in that section, specifically what I was hearing, because those were not two elements that I would normally put together, associate together in my mind. Because again, the riff was a bit thrashier, and she went into a very high register, you know, more. I want to say something that you hear again more in a classical symphonic metal band, of course, which makes a lot of sense. But the riff was a bit more aggressive than your average riff in the genre. So it was a very interesting mix that really, I think it works very well because of their talent, like both when it comes to songwriting and, of course, her as a singer and the band as musicians. They do manage to mix that well together, because that's not an easy mix to pull off. I've heard and seen a lot of bands trying to do that, something like that, and it just feels like two elements just thrown together, but they don't belong to each other. It's like putting oil in water, you know, it just floats. Here it's just like a, I don't know, smoothie. Everything, it's well blended together, which was lovely. And again, the thing that I was the most impressed about is the songwriting, vocal performances aside, and I say performances because, again, the backing vocals were so strong. They were so, especially what he was doing during the chorus. It's very important when you do a vocal line like that to stay very consistent. Like, you need to be very consistent with your delivery, because you need to sing mostly the same note for a long period of time, with, of course, some very minor alteration, like he went and changed the note once or twice during the whole chorus. But you need to be very strong and, again, very constant throughout the whole thing, which it was. And then, again, he had his chances to shine. He had both his solo section and at the end also singing together with Flor. He was just going... I mean, she was, again, that's also something that some of you guys said, like, there are great singers from this world, and she's not even from this world. It's like, it's not even a fair comparison most of the cases. It's just, you need to recognize that the range again, I'm not even sure that there are enough keys on the piano to to cover a range. It's just something unbelievable. And I love when she puts in also a little bit of grit. Also when she's singing a bit, a more clean part, and then she just edges it, especially towards the end. If the section that follows is one, with our share of vocals, she just goes from clean to slightly distorted at the end just to hint what's coming next. I think it's very tasteful and works fantastically well, especially with her tone. It's just fantastic. Big props also to the guitar and guitar solo. Again, in the other one, his guitar solo was more minimal, I want to say. It was a bit more what I always call the Gilmore style solo. It more, atmospheric, less shreddy in many ways. This was much busier technique wise and everything. It went, especially with the tapping section, which again, tapping is not the hardest technique on the guitar, absolutely. It's actually harder, I think, to play. Sometimes if you think about, for example, it's something among guitarists, the classic example is Thunderstruck by AC/DC, because when the official music was released, you see Angus Young playing, which, by the way, I'm recording this on April 1st, and I think it's Angus Young's birthday, so happy birthday, Angus. Anyway, he plays that with hammer on and pull off, for example, which looks very hard if you don't play guitar. It's like, oh my god, that's like, how does he do it? He's not playing with the right hand, which is kind of the same concept that goes into tapping, because you're not using the pick and you're tapping the string with the other hand, and with the left hand you just do hammer on and pull offs. It's actually harder if you ask any guitar player to play Thunderstruck picking, like with the pick and everything. It's harder to keep that constant. But that being said, again, it was a wonderful solo, both on a technical side. It was very clean, beautiful performance, and I was sure about it, because you don't get to be a lead guitar player in a let's say in a heavy metal band of this caliber without being highly skilled. But I'm happy that I've already had a chance to see him actually performing something that's a bit more technical. Which again, my personal take on guitar solos usually is that I tend to prefer the more melodic ones, but this was both melodic and technically intriguing and interesting, so kudos, fantastic solo. Also, the rhythmic section found very, very, very strong, both the bass, which wasn't really at the forefront, and the drums locking in perfectly, double bass when you needed it to be, not overdone. Which is kind of a trap that a lot of bands and a lot of drummers, I think, fall into. Wonderful. Again, it's always easy to just stop at her performance when it comes. It's just impressive. You can't say that it isn't. It's a phenomenal vocal performance in this song as well. Just as much as it was with Ghost Love Score. But again, I think that we also need to recognize, especially maybe because I'm a musician myself, more than a singer. Like, I sing, but I'm not a singer. You need to also recognize, and I guess that's what I'm here for as well. Shine a bit of light as well on the musicians that support their phenomenal performance. I think that's just fair, to be honest. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for all the comments and the knowledge and the support that you dropped me on the last reaction that I did for Nightwish. It's such an interesting band, and I'm very happy that I'm rediscovering this music that again, as I mentioned in the other video, I kind of dropped out of symphonic metal and stuff like that 5-6 years ago maybe. And I'm happy to have started this journey again, because again, there is so much talent, and I guess we can all agree on that. Let's just leave it at that, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate your time. If this was your first time on the channel, again, what I always say is that we are on a journey discovering more and more music from all over the world. We have Finland, we have Japan, we have Ukraine, your usual suspects. It's just Canada. It's so many different countries with so much music. There are so many scenes that are exploding right now. There is so much quality music in the world. You just need to know where to find them, and that's where you come into place, guys. You help me a lot with your recommendations. So if you're not part of our community and you find my insights interesting, you enjoy the format, consider sticking around, consider enjoying this community. I think we have a very good thing going on, guys. Everybody is extremely supportive and nice, and leaves a lot of knowledge in the comment section, so we can all learn a lot. I surely am learning so much. So thank you again. If you're just here for this one time, I'm extremely appreciative of you choosing to spend some time of your day listening to music with this guy and listen to me rambling about music for minutes and minutes and minutes. Thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon with the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye.